An ancient army is said to be sleeping beneath this hill. Hidden and protected by a wizard, legend says that these slumbering warriors will awaken once again when England is in its darkest hour. Today I'm following a trail through Alderley Edge in Cheshire to uncover this legend for myself. Let's go. Already, great little viewpoint. You can see the haze from the heat. My God. The trees are actually fairly new, sort of a few hundred years old, but I'm very glad that they're here today. It is too hot. This whole trail has got fantastic viewpoints all across the Cheshire Plain. Check that out. So I've just found some shade to hide from the sun, and I can tell you the legend of Alderley Edge. A farmer was taking his horse to Macclesfield to sell at the market there. He got as far as here, Alderley Edge, and the horse refused to budge any further. Just then a man in robes appeared, a wizard, and offered to buy the horse from the farmer. The farmer refused, saying he could get a better price at the market. The wizard said that's highly unlikely, and prophesied that there'd be no buyers at the market, which turned out to be true, sort of like a very early version of Vinted. So the farmer returns to the man at Alderley Edge. The robed man then turned to touch a rock face with his staff, which opened to reveal iron gates. Beyond the gates lie a vast glittering cavern. The farmer sees King Arthur and a circle of knights in enchanted sleep. But one knight is missing his horse. The farmer gives up the horse for the knight, and in return the wizard directs him to an underground cache of gold and jewels. Once the farmer has stuffed his pockets, the gates slam shut and disappear forever. So that was the legend of Alderley Edge, and it goes further to say that those knights are lying asleep under my feet now, waiting for England's darkest hour, when they will rise up and save their country. Alderley Edge is the oldest known metal mine site in England, having mines from the early Bronze Age all the way up to the early 20th century. So there are definitely caves under our feet. Whether they have King Arthur and a band of knights in them, I'll leave it up to you, but there are definitely caverns. So I'm now standing on the site of a Bronze Age burial mound at the very top of Alderley Edge, but behind me is something slightly newer. This is the site of the Cheshire Armada beacon. In 1588, the Spanish Armada coming into the English Channel, and the fastest way to tell the Cheshire Plain, which before these trees were planted would have been able to see this beacon for miles around, that the Spanish were coming, and to prepare for war would be to light beacons up and down the country to spread that message. It's now marked by this plaque that was given by somebody who now lives in California, but clearly has a special feeling about this place. I parked today at the National Trust Alderley Edge car park, which, because I'm a member of the National Trust, was free, which is fantastic. You just have to scan your membership card. Well, these trails are really well maintained by the National Trust, so you don't have to worry too much about the terrain. They've even got some really cool way markers. So behind me here is a place called the Engine Vein, and you can see some of the copper colorations just here in the rock. This place has been mined since the Bronze Age period, and apparently you can still find evidence of Bronze Age miners and their tools in there. It's fenced off now for obvious reasons, but what a really cool place of ancient history. I was speaking to somebody the other day, and they suggested I ask you guys where I should walk next. So if you do have any thoughts that you'd like to see a video on, do pop them in the comments and let me know. So, Arthurian legend, Bronze Age mines, the Spanish Armada. This place is packed with history, and it's a very short family-friendly walk that you can do in Cheshire. I hope you enjoyed this video around Alderley Edge. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you like, comment and subscribe to keep this channel going. I look forward to being back on your screen very soon. Thanks for watching.